let's talk about how ClickShare works, like how they get this data.
Yeah. So the help doc again, so where we want to go because we want to give you the facts and then we'll kind of talk about it a bit more. So in the help doc again, it says how ClickShare works. Similar to Impression Share, Google Ads analyzes the ad auctions over the course of the day and includes all auctions that your ad showed in. And here's the important part. If you were listening, this is the part that adds on. So it includes all auctions that your ad showed in and the auctions where your ad competed but did not show. This is going to start to pinpoint some of the rub that I have.
So I'm taking that as to answer my question. If you did not compete on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to say you're not. It's a gray area because some of it, they talk about your targeting settings.
Well, it says where your ad competed. So in other words, where you lost the ability to show because of...
And I'm saying you did not compete on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
Because so you're targeting, you're off. Yeah.
So that would not factor in to ClickShare.
Okay. And again, they say targeting settings, so it gets a little confusing there. But like you, I'm going to err on the side of for your schedule that you run on, because they're saying we're going to analyze the auctions where your ad showed and then the auctions also where your ad competed but did not show. But you have to compete to be in either of those, and you're not competing if you're off for part of the schedule. So
right. So in other words, if you block certain device types or you block certain times of the day or days entirely, or this is probably pretty obvious, but if you block or don't target certain geographic areas, if you're targeting all of Texas, and it's not going to tell you your ClickShare of what it would be if you were targeting the entire United States.
Great point. Or Saturday and Sunday if you're off during the days. Yeah.
So if you're not targeting, it doesn't include it. But we're starting to scratch the surface on some of the issues that I have with it.
Can I point out one more thing, Chris? I was just curious. I looked it up. What about search partners? Because we've been talking about search partners lately about the volume that's available there now that seems to be growing in some accounts. I'm popping open a very large volume campaign account that has multiple campaigns running on both Google Search and Search Partners. You pop open, you add the ClickShare column, and then you pop open the network. I get ClickShare data for Google Search. I'm not getting that for Search Partners. And if you're going to be making ClickShare, if you're going to be making bidding decisions and budget decisions based on ClickShare, you may want to open up the networks and make sure you're making those decisions about Google Search, because that's where it looks like we get the ClickShare data. It doesn't look like we get it on Search Partners. I feel confident saying that because I'm looking at one large account with lots of volume on Search Partners, and I don't get any ClickShare numbers in here.
And the reason for that is because Search Partners do not provide position metrics, and part of the formula for ClickShare includes position metrics, and click-through rate and a lot of other things. But that, you're right, that is the
I can see where you are going here, Chris, in terms of not making too hard of a hardcore decision based on ClickShare data if there's all these other factors that it is not including. But I get what you're saying. So carry on.
All right. So again, to restate, ClickShare includes all auctions where your ad showed or where your ad was competitive in the auction. For example, it could include auctions where your ad could show at twice its current bid. Okay,
or so that's 10 times. You might have a device down to negative 90%, a device bid adjustment on, say, computers for whatever reason, negative 90%. You're still competing, as I understand it. You're just not going to show if most likely if you have a negative 90% bid adjustment and your bids are normal bids, you're probably not going to show, but it's still going to factor into that ClickShare data because technically you competed.
Yeah. Yeah. And this, I don't feel like we're there yet, but this is a little burdensome to me because, I want to know the why. And this is where I tend to get bothered because, if there is it the click-through rate, is that why I'm not getting enough of the ClickShare? My click-through rate is low. Or is it because I needed to bid twice as much? And that's why my ClickShare is low. I want to know the why.
This is very much a it's not you, it's me breakup situation. Like someone breaks up with you, they say, it's not you, it's me. But you don't believe that because they broke up with you. And if you were good enough, they would have stayed with you no matter what's going on with them. But they don't really tell you like what you're like, what is it about me? Is it my weight? Do I not brush my teeth enough? Does my breath smell? Do I chew with my mouth open? Is it because I cheated on you 30 times in the past 3 months? What is it? What is it about me? Be fair. Just give me an answer. And ClickShare doesn't do that, but it at least tells you you're getting broken up with X% of the time. You're not getting clicks. So
that's a great, yeah.
So just to wrap this, how it works section up, Chris, keep in mind, ClickShare includes all auctions where your ad showed. They say or, but I'm going to say and, where your ad was competitive, but it did not show.
Right.
ClickShare is just an estimate. Small fluctuations over time don't matter. Some clients need to hear that. I think it's very good that they pointed that out. This column might have more going into it than any other column, maybe outside of quality score or something like that. Like there's a lot going on here. And if your ClickShare 1 month is at 61% and the next month it's at 57%, I don't really think that means anything, because trying to go and pinpoint what that last 4% was from the change, it's too hard to do that. But I think it is good if you look at it like, oh, my ClickShare is 90%. Or my ClickShare is 30%. It can kind of really tell you kind of where you stand overall, but don't worry too much about the fluctuations. And then your eligible clicks can grow. So to increase your ClickShare, you may need to increase your bids, improve the quality of your ads, and more extensions. But the other thing to point out is that the different products and services have different seasonality. And even with that seasonality, Chris, where the volume goes up and down, people's engagement, to bring up another platform, goes up and down. You know, like sometimes you get the same amount of searches, but the click-through rates on ads might be higher because people are more wanting that service. Like I see this with movers in the spring and summer. Things just pick up, click-through rates pick up, people are more engaged. So the ClickShare, it can grow over time. And then the other thing, Chris, Google's showing people on more and more searches with responsive ads, with different match type changes and stuff like that, and different searches coming into the Google search ecosystem. And so this can change over time. So those are things to note in terms of how ClickShare works. Biggest thing to note is it just tells you the amount of clicks you got compared to what you could have gotten